stamping friends, it's Jackie Bolhuis from Klompen Stampers. Thanks for tuning in today. I have a lot of stuff to share with you today. As always, some quick and easy cards, some tips, and some products that you may have missed in the new catalog. Well, you probably didn't miss them in the new catalog because they're not in the new catalog. Probably don't recognize this stamp set. Stampin' Up! This year has come out with what's called Experience Creativity, or we like to call it the beginner's brochure. Now there's products in here for really designed for brand new stampers. They've made it super simple for you to start, so I'm going to show you that. But if you've been stamping for a while, don't tune me out because you're going to want to see this stamp set, some fun cards I made with it, because you're not going to find this in the big catalog. There's a few things in here that are only in here, but that doesn't mean you have to be a beginner to buy it. Now, before we continue, make sure you've subscribed to my channel. There should be a button right down there someplace. That way I come to you 3 times a week with quick and easy stamping and you won't miss anything. And share me with your crafty friends. Anyhow, that's not why we're here. We don't want to be chit-chatting all day. Let's flip the camera down and I'm going to show you the stamp set, this brochure, some fun cards, and lots of stamping tips. Let's get started. So much to share with you guys today. Like I said, we are going to use a stamp set that once again is in the beginner's brochure. Now I featured one of these last week as well. There's some sets in here that you're only going to find in this brochure, so they may seem new to you. The Magnolia Blooms, what's really cool about this one is it coordinates with the Magnolia Lane suite. So if you're a brand new stamper, they've bundled this together with a nice little package here to make some cards. It has everything you need. I'm going to show you those in a second. But if you've been stamping for a while, you might want to just pick and choose a couple of these items, or you might just want the stamp set to coordinate with this one. Now, just a little hint. Coming in August, my online stamping class is going to be using this Magnolia Lane suite. You get it free with the purchase, so you might want to hold off on this one. But that's not what we're here today for. We are going to talk Magnolia Blooms stamp set. Now this one is photopolymer, and if you are a beginner and you get that suite that they have in there, it's $45.50. You get the stamp set, you get, and this is something unique to that, it's called Magnolia Lane Cards and More. So you get 10 of these little note cards, and they are pre-scored, so they're ready for you to fold. They also come with envelopes, and then they come with 10 of these cards. Now they're double-sided, so you can use either side, and I'll show you some cards using both sides of them. But they're gorgeous, and they're all pre-printed for you so that you do a little bit of stamping and you have a super cute card. So that's what I'm going to start with. I'm going to make a really quick and easy one here. Let's go ahead and let's use the back of this one. And I already have my stamp set mounted on there. Now, if you purchase the bundle, you're going to get 2 little ink spots. One will be mossy meadow and one will be soft suede. Now, I don't have those. I didn't buy it as a bundle because I had the full-size ink pad. So that's what I'm going to use today to show you. But if you were using these, and this one's not inked, but the best way to ink up your stamp with these is to hold this and just tap it around and get it good and inky. But we're going to grab our full-size pad for today. Now, I am going to use the exact same colors. That way, if you do get the bundle, you'll be able to make the exact same card. So we're going to just use the back side. What I like about this is it just gives you that nice background. And then we can take our stamp, Happy Birthday. We'll make a birthday card here. And if you're kind of fussy like I am about getting words straight, a little tip is I use my grid paper and I can see through it and it looks like it's straight. And then when I go to put it on my block, I line my block up with the grids as well. And that way I know it should be straight if I'm lining one of the edges up onto the edge of my paper. So we're going to go ahead and just go ahead and stamp Happy Birthday in there. And then we can take one of our little note cards and we'll use our snail adhesive. Now this, I usually don't use this adhesive. If you watch many of my videos, you know I like the liquid adhesive, but this one works great too. And it's part of that bundle if you get that. So I thought I would use it on here. We'll stick that on there and then don't forget to stamp the inside. So we'll just put a little flower there and we always stamp our envelopes. Don't want to send any naked envelopes. So there's the birthday card. Now this just uses, it's called Magnolia Lane Cards, everything you need. It's a bundle, it's $45.50. And everything I show you here, you can make with just that bundle. You can do congratulations cards. And I did add the petal pink pad in these, I guess. We've got thank you, added just a few images. There's a congratulations and a happy birthday. So love these little cards. This suite's just super easy to work with. Now, if you have a lot of your stuff already and you don't need to buy the bundle where you get the ink spots and all of that stuff, you can purchase just some of those products. And what I've done here is I've made full-size cards. And I used, here is that card. So I didn't use the little card and envelope, so we can use that for something else. But I loved this pre-printed card. And I used a little bit of designer series paper. I stamped our magnolias and I cut them out with the scissors because there's not dies that go with this. But look at the beautiful birthday card that made. Now I just want to give you a couple of tips for how I colored the magnolia. I just have a piece of Whisper White scrap here. We're going to use our memento pad. Now before we do that, we want to clean off our stamp. I had that Mossy Meadow on here, so we're just using our chamois to clean that off. And then we're going to stamp using the memento. I am going to stamp with Stampin Blends, or color with Stampin Blends. That has been like my new favorite addiction. And I've done quite a few videos showing you. Now some people get super duper artsy with these, and you can. I like to keep it simple. And I did find, usually I'm using the smaller end when or areas are smaller, but I found with this, I could almost do better with the bigger brush end with the light. And then I switched to the darker, and we're going to add some dark down here at the bottom and a little bit up where that line is. You know, the nice thing is they've done the shading work for us. So, and there's all different ways. You could go dark to light. I like to do the light, and then I come in with that dark and down at the bottom and where the shading is. And then I'll come back and just blend it a little bit with the light. And we'll do it this petal. They really blend the best if you do small areas at a time. So we're going to kind of do one petal at a time. There's our dark, come back with our light. And I would go around and I would do all the petals that way. I did the same with the two, the light and green of the Mossy Meadow. And then when I was done, I just cut it out and I popped it up with dimensionals on there. This little flower is also part of it. Like I said, we just layered it. I have a couple other ones here for you. So again, this is using that beginner stamp set, but using it with a few other supplies. Let's see, probably I just put flowers, stamped them in petal pink on the inside. There's our happy birthday one. Okay, and remember, there's our envelope. And then for this one, I use that Magnolia Lane paper on the envelope flap instead of on the card, but I just stamped some in black and popped up a couple of the colored ones. I like the contrast of the black and the pink, and then we got the black greeting on there. So I hope you like these cards. Now, like I said, you're only going to find this stamp set in here. I will have over on the blog a link so that you can find this on the website if you would like to order it. I'll also list all the other supplies that I use to make it super simple for you. Hope you enjoy these cards. Quick and easy, perfect for the beginner, but the stamp set is great to coordinate with all the other products that you might already have or are on your wish list. So again, let me know if you have any questions. Let me know if you don't have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. I would love to be that person, get you a catalog if you need one, and help you with all your stamping needs. So until I stamp with you again, have a stamp happy day.